Oh boy, it's already been a week, and there actually was more news that rolled out, of course. I want to keep you up to date on all those things. I want to talk a little bit more, of course, about the AuthorTube Writing Conference that's coming up the next week. Oh my gosh, it's already coming up upon us. Also, Draft2Digital just partnered with DropCap. And you're probably saying, what's DropCap? What's the deal with that? Well, it's a way for you to earn more money from the books you already have. And speaking of Draft2Digital, there is going to be the annual sale, the summer-winter sale with Smashwords. You're going to be able to do that through Draft2Digital as well. Smashwords. I've got a couple other pieces of news. Also, there's a little bit of something you might have missed in the recent Dave Chesson email newsletter. And I want to tell you about it because if you don't act upon it, you're going to lose out big time. All that in the self-publishing news for June the 17th of 2024. Let's just hop right on into things here, folks. The AuthorTube Writing Conference is a free 3-day conference on YouTube and is open to anyone who wishes to know more about the writing and publishing world. It is on June the 28th to June the 30th. That's a Friday to Sunday. It is jam-packed with a ton of different speakers, including, of course, yours truly. Kathleen Sweeney from BookBrush is also going to be the keynote speaker. Nick Thacker, good friend of mine, former guest, as well as Brian Cohen, another former guest. So many more, dozens of great author tubers part of this conference. The best part about this conference, guys, is it is free. Oh yes, free 99. How about that? I love me some free. It doesn't cost you a dime. There's no upsells, there's no downsells, there's no side sells or anything else like that. You'll be able to get more information at authortubewritingconference.com and take a look at the schedule because you'll be able to get all the links to the various different talks that's going to be going on, the presentations. Mine's going to be on Friday, June 28th, and I'm going to be speaking with 8 different self-publishing companies, including Ingram Spark, Kobo Writing, Life, Draft2Digital, Publish Drive, and more. It is about the future of self-publishing. I did this one back in April, and the information still holds up really, really well. You guys are in for a treat. They gave some great intel on some of this stuff. It's going to blow your mind. I think you're going to love it. Go take a look at authortubewritingconference.com. All right, I'm done selling AuthorTube Writing Conference, but don't be surprised. I might bring this up in next week's news again. Draft2Digital. Here is the big news from Draft2Digital. How Draft2Digital authors can showcase their books to the foreign language rights market. So in a new partnership between Draft2Digital and DropCap Marketplace, you are now able to showcase your book for foreign translation rights. Now, you're probably saying foreign translation rights, Dale. I don't know what that is. And if you say that you know what it is, just hang in there, or you can just skip forward just a little bit here real briefly. Foreign translation rights means that, let's walk it back. When you have a book, you have different rights according to the type of iteration. You have ebook rights, you have print book rights, and you have audiobook rights. But little does too many people know, or even some YouTubers even talk about this, it's the translation rights, because then the rights change on each one of those things because it is a different version. It is a variant. So you are then able to sell that specific book and the translation rights if you want to. If you want to translate it yourself, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But now DropCap is working with Draft2Digital. Now, just hear me out for just a second, because DropCap's not going to be for everybody, because you're going to need to make sure that you're having at least 20 book sales per month before you even qualify for something like this. So if you're not selling at least 20 books per month by way of Draft2Digital, this option's probably not for you. And also they have annual subscription options, meaning that you have to pay to list your book there on their marketplace. It's $97, $297, $997. That's $997 and $297 based on the number of books an author or publisher lists. So what it does is it lists it on their marketplace. They have specific publishing companies or even just sole props, anybody that's looking to buy rights to something and distribute it. And they're going to work as kind of an agent, if you will. DropCap kind of works on your behalf to make sure that they work out a deal with you and them. They will work with nonfiction business books and how-to guides, self-improvement in mind, body, and spirit, children's books dealing with universal themes, fiction books with strong sales, keyword strong sales, award-winning titles of all genres. If you want more information about this, make sure you visit the link inside the show notes. Mark Leslie Lefebvre, big shout out to Mark Lefebvre for this article. And of course, Jim Osvito. Jim's a really good friend of mine. He let me know about this coming out here, and I'm super, super excited. Speaking of super excited, it is now upon us. Oh my gosh, the annual Smashwords Summer Winter Sale is here, ready to go. We'll run the entire month of July. I talked about this in a pretty good capacity last year. I'm going to talk about it again. Every year, Smashwords runs a great sale for ebooks. And I'm going to tell you from my experience, with even very little promotion, I sell ebooks through them. Now, if you're not distributing through Smashwords, they're an aggregate publishing platform, meaning that you publish to their platform and they distribute it to other platforms on your behalf, or you can just use Smashwords for the Smashwords store, which actually has some pretty good organic reach and a decent amount of customers coming in on a regular basis, not to mention with annual sales like this, where other authors are driving more traffic and they're going to be recommended other books within a genre. And of course, everybody's happy, everybody gets good sales. So what you want to do is make sure that you discount anywhere from 25, 50%, and 75% off, or even free through the Smashwords store. Now, if you already are distributing through Smashwords, you would just go through your Smashwords dashboard. Or if you were to do it through Draft2Digital, you go through your Draft2Digital dashboard. So it is a really good opportunity. I highly recommend that you take a moment, though, as soon as you get done with reading everything there is about this, as soon as you enroll your book, go through, read their email, because they give you 10 tips to reach more readers, include select up to 2 categorizations for twice the visibility. Shelf rank rises as readers drill down to their favorite subcategories, activate the flywheel, enroll more books for greater discoverability, direct links drive more sales, use our branded shareable images. Yes, they hook you up with marketing materials as well. Guys, gals, this is wonderful. In fact, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you visit my Smashwords store, all you got to do is go to smashwords.com. I didn't put a link to my store because I'm lazy. Go to smashwords.com and just search up Dale L. Roberts. You'll be able to find all of my books. I'm going to mark all of my books, except for a couple of them, down 75%. So this is going to be the only time you're going to be able to get it is some of these Smashwords sales. And here relatively soon, I'm going to be launching some new books. But those aren't going to be 75% off. Sorry, you're going to have to wait for that. All right, I want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Okay, this email comes from the fine folks over at Kindlepreneur. And Dave Chesson is the guy that's behind Kindlepreneur.com and also the tool Publisher Rocket, as well as Atticus. And Publisher Rocket was on sale for $97 of lifetime access. Now, what Publisher Rocket does is a great keyword and category research tool, as well as competition analysis, and also great for getting Amazon ads. It is $97 for lifetime access. You get all upgrades. There's no catch to it whatsoever. However, it's been $97 for years now. In fact, back in, I think, 2017, when I first purchased the license to Publisher Rocket, it actually was KDP Rocket back then. It was $97 then. And for many years, there's always been kind of that, be careful, we could increase this amount eventually. I want to kind of point out something to you, and sorry, Dave, if I'm outing you on this one right here, but in this recent email, they actually had a sale where it was Publisher Rocket with their free course available. Now, it's no longer available. The sale ended yesterday. But here's the most telling thing I've never seen Dave say before. Don't miss out on this limited time chance to get Publisher Rocket plus my premium course at no extra cost. Okay, we already got that. Before the price increases next month. Okay, you've been kicking tires. You've been sitting there holding off going, I don't know if Publisher Rocket's for me. Stop kicking tires. They do come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for some reason you're not happy with it, you can always return it and get a full refund. They never fight you on something like that. 30 days to figure out if it's a good purchase for you. Don't wait till next month, because in bold lettering it says before the price increases next month. Dave don't play around. Dave doesn't do any kind of crazy sales tactics or anything else like that. When he says he's going to do something, he's going to do something. So if you've been kicking tires, consider going and getting yourself a license as soon as humanly possible. Use my affiliate link. I'd appreciate that at dalelinks.com/rocket. Folks over at Kobo Writing Life want to let you know that they are excited to announce their big summer promo. All right. It's going to be from July. It's going to be all of July. So essentially like the Smashwords sale, it's going to be in US and Canada. This promotion is for all US and Canadian authors. This is your chance to showcase your books with promotional prices of $3.99 and less. The deadline is fast approaching, so please submit your entries. You want to submit your entries? Click the link inside the show notes and you can be able to take it over there. And if you are not using StreetLib, StreetLib is a great aggregate publishing platform that you want to make sure that you go and take a look at. The folks over at Get Covers sent out an email broadcast this past week, and Get Covers is the sister company of Miblart, which is my preferred cover design service. More about them in the future here. But Get Covers actually has design help service. In the event that you have a cover design, but you need to kind of get it all fixed up, they actually have a la carte options for you. So in other words, edit image, they do it for $10. Spine fix is $5. Add text to image, $5. Change file format for $5. Fix Photoshop file errors, $5. Add edit author photo for $5. Ebook cover to print ready cover design at $10. Cover size fix at $5 and change color mode at $5. So, and if you want to get it all within one day, you can also expedite it for about $10. You want more details about Get Covers, go over and visit dalelinks.com/getcovers. They're fantastic for all things that you possibly need. So if for some reason you ended up getting a super premium cover design through another more expensive service, let's say Miblart, and you don't want to spend the expensive prices, you can always take that design, go over to Get Covers and have them go ahead and fix some of those small things for you. I know I'll definitely be taking advantage of that. Hey folks, you want to stay abreast of all the news in self-publishing. In fact, this past weekend, I actually shared the news about Draft2Digital and Drop Cap through my email newsletter. You can go ahead and get yourself subscribed over at dalelinks.com/checklist, where I'm going to give you my bestseller book launch checklist, 100% free, no catch. You'll be able to download that and you'll be able to check that off as you are launching your next book. I'll be using that on my upcoming book launches myself. So go on over, visit dalelinks.com/checklist to subscribe to my email newsletter, and once to twice per week, I'll send you some information about the world of self-publishing, only pertinent information, nothing that's just, it's whatever. I like to get it where I curate the best information and distill it down to exactly what you need to know. So all you have to worry about is just working on your self-publishing business rather than tracking down every bit of information. What did you think about the information I shared in today's self-publishing news? Was there anything that I missed? Was there something that you possibly thought differently of, in my opinion? I would love to hear from you. Join me in my Discord community at dalelinks.com/discord. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll chat with you next week. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.